Cari Fratelli Sorelli, and welcome to this week's video blog. I feel like I have made a great leap in some of the things that I've done this week. I have got a hell of a lot accomplished this week. There is a lot of room for improvement, but I feel like I also feel a lot more alert and a lot more alive, I suppose. I have made some changes to my diet and to my health. We're talking about lifestyle changes here. So they're not things that are going to be easily achieved. And the method I've used to try and manage to actually do this is I've got a special book. And the special book has a few different coloured, it has lots of pages, but each set of pages sort of comes in a different colour. And I chose a topic for each one. So for example, meal plans for health or whatever. And I wrote down one thing that I thought I could do per day to change that. Now sometimes it would be the same as the day before. It would just be a matter of doing the same thing over and over and over again. But at the end of each day I could tick it off if I'd done it, and if not I could sort of roll it forward to the next day. And I found that they were all very small things. You're not talking about huge things like, finding a new job. No, I'm not talking about that sort of thing. I'm talking about maybe setting up a list of jobs websites to visit regularly, and that could be one of it. That would literally just be like typing in job searches and finding a few websites and adding them to a list. Very simple, but that is like a major step along the way, because then you can check those. It's easy to then check the searches that are on the list, that sort of thing. I find that two things are stopping me when it comes to achieving big goals. The first one is to give myself far too much time to complete it. That was the main error in the 5-year plan. I had just too much time. I said I shall get all these things achieved in 5 years, and I waited and did bugger all for a long time, and then I found that I didn't have enough time to manage to do everything, and then I started to struggle to do everything, and before you know it, the time had passed and I felt like I'd failed. The second thing, so the time limit is quite important, and that's the beauty of having a day. I'm not telling you that I'm going to do this 2 weeks from now, or whatever. I'm saying in the next 24 hours, this is what I can achieve that will help me along my way for this specific thing. And then the other issue that I had was things being too large. So I wanted to, for example, get all the terrace garden sorted out in one afternoon. Instead of breaking it down and saying, look, today I can weed this portion. Tomorrow I can weed this portion. I could spend half an hour doing it over the whole week, and I'd get more done throughout the week in little tiny chunks than I would if I spent one day just ploughing through it and feeling demoralised by the end of the day because I'd only managed to do half of it or something like that. So it makes it current and it makes it manageable, and of course each little step that you do brings you closer to the main thing. So I feel like I've done a lot this week. To be totally honest with you, I've only done a few little things, but I have done them. I haven't just said, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And I can say, a week ago in these areas, I wasn't doing X, Y, Z, and I've done X, Y, Z since. They're all small. That to me has worked. In less than a week, coming up to Christmas, I feel better. Now, I don't know if that's a placebo or not, but at this stage I'm willing to take it. So I can't be any more specific because some of these things are quite personal, and also it's not really relevant. The point is the process by which I'm doing it. So without further ado, let us move on before Jens gives himself a hernia. Let us move on to the birthdays. This is Christmas week, so these are the people that have their birthday running up to Christmas. I feel a little sorry for them because, to be totally honest with you, I would hate to have my birthday this close to Christmas. All your presents all at once and then nothing for the rest of the year. We have 4 people. We've got Nikki Gerard, we've got Benji Marshall Smith, we've got Kanika Pulver, and we've got Dan Haney. So, best wishes to all of those. I hope they eat lots of birthday cake, as well as mince pies and Christmas pies, and get many happy returns. Next week will be different. I'm going to hold back a little bit to do the blog after Christmas Day itself. And so I can do then show and tell. And the week after is going to be a little bit early. So you'll, technically speaking, have 2 weekly blogs within 1 week. Because then I can do my predictions. So used to saying the word. I can do my New Year's resolutions for 2017 before it actually starts. So the next 2 weeks are going to be slightly different than usual. So this is the last sort of normal blog before 2017. So time is moving, and so am I.